I'd like to call a regular meeting of the Horry County Council Solid Waste Authority to order. This is April 28th. First order of business be invocation by Mr. Ives and the Pledge of Allegiance to be led by Mr. Fox.
Everyone, please bow your heads. Heavenly Father, we thank you for all your gifts. We humbly request that you assist us as we consider the business of the Solid Waste Authority, and that we do this with your dignity and grace, and also that we do it in a pleasing way to you and to the people in the county. We ask these things in your name. Amen.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Next is the approval of the agenda.
Mr. Chair, I move to amend the agenda by removing the April 16, 2026 Finance and Administration Committee report.
Motion and a second. The Finance Committee report from the agenda. Any question? Any discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. All opposed? So ordered. Now, approval of the revised agenda.
So move.
Second.
Question? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
So ordered. Approval of the minutes of the March 24th and the March 26th budget meeting. Will take the April 28th separately. Motion and a second to approve the minutes of the March 24th and March 26th meetings. Question? Any comments? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? So ordered unanimously. Now, approval of the April 28th special meeting minutes.
Mr. Chairman,
Yes, sir.
the motion I made actually was to extend Mr. Knight's contract for 3 years with no amendments was intended.
I'm sorry, could you repeat
That's
that?
correct. No amendments?
No amendments.
All right. All right, so we changed the word minimum from to amendments. Do you understand the change? All those in favor signify by approval of the minutes with that change, signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? It is unanimous. I have been advised that no one has signed up for public input, so we will move to the departmental reports and updates. Ms. Murphy.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
My report begins on page 36. And I begin with an update on the unincorporated collection system training meetings. We held 2, April 7th and 8th. We had 82 of the 88 site attendants in attendance. Staff members Cole Cox, J.D. Stokes, and myself reviewed the operating manual that each site attendant has, and it's updated with every meeting. We also did the annual trainings with them at that time. We had Captain Robert Bays of the Horry County Fire Department here to do fire extinguisher training. And then Ms. Catherine Bell also covered our annual bloodborne pathogen, sexual harassment, and accident reporting. Senator Porter was named at the meetings, and that was this Policy Recycle, which is doing an excellent job. Busy enough, it's looking good, so we're proud of them for what they're doing. Next, an update on the fiscal year 2027 DES grants. We did submit 2 grants for the upcoming fiscal year, totaling $69,785. They were under the used oil grant and the solid waste grant headings. We'll learn probably in the May-June timeframe, if we were awarded grants and how much we were awarded at that time. So I will give you an update at that time. Earth Day 2026, last Wednesday, we did participate in the Coastal Carolina University's Earth Fair and Farmers Market. It was a great turnout that day. They spoke to several hundred people about recycling, distributed information, and recycled content prizes. We did award a $25 gift card to a lucky CCU student, Ashley Zimmerman. She was excited about being gifted with that card. And her picture is prominently displayed on our website and our Facebook page, so check her out, please.
Mr. Chairman, if I may, just wanted to state that I think this is one of the best environmental organizations in the county. And I love the work that you're doing in environmental education. We need to keep that up.
Yes, sir. Thank you. I'll
But
share
good
it.
job,
I'll share it with her.
please.
Wonderful.
And all the stuff that we put on Facebook. Great
Very
job.
good. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Our Cochrane Hand recipient for the month of March was Miss Patricia Kiziu. She's a regular recycler at the Dow Shortcut Recycling Center. As you can see, she was really happy about her gift bag and the contents thereof. This is one of the programs we really enjoy because we really like to get out with the public and shop with something nice. So that's a great one. Last but not least, at each of your place settings, I left you information on the upcoming South Carolina SWANA Conference. It's going to be held May 13th through the 15th down at the Doubletree at Spring Lake. I've spoken with at least Ms. Pam, I know, but if anyone else is interested in attending, please let me know so I can go ahead and get you
What's
ready.
your deadline?
Well, they're ready now, but I would say probably, I want to say about the second week of May. Okay, all right. And that's all I have unless you have any questions.
Questions?
Do we ever apply for federal grants as well as the state grants?
We haven't applied for a federal grant probably in a couple of years since the last large environmentally based grant came out.
We have those COVID grants we applied for.
Yeah, and this one was the Swiffer grant that we applied for.
Okay.
We do kind of keep those on the radar when there's something that we can be eligible for and can apply for. They're just very, very tough to get.
Okay, and the last conference we went to, the lady that had gotten that, have we ever applied for any of her grants for recycling or anything?
We have worked with them on, I want to say at least 2 grants. One was with the Carton Council on milk cartons and things of that nature. I can't remember the other. And neither was successful, but we have worked with them in the past on grant applications.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Found out one thing about some of those grants that we've looked at. National companies will put out a grant. We have this grant, you apply, we'll come and look. I think most of it is where they can put on their resume, we're working on reducing plastic cups or something like that. And we went through a long litany of stuff and commercial about it. We're gonna pull out a certain product and then get here all about it. I think that's kind of legal on some of the people,
Okay.
yeah. But we keep looking.
All right, next is Finance and Administration, Ms. Biddy.
Good afternoon. My reports begin on page 43. I'm going to start on page 44 with our financial summary page. We are 3/4 of the way through our fiscal year, so we should be at around 75% of budget. As you can see, our tipping fees overall as compared to last year this same time, we're seeing an increase of 21.81% increase. You can see solid waste is just right at that 75% at 74.7% of budget. Mixed construction and yard waste, both well above budget, which is great. Again, we continue to see such a significant increase, of course, in the mixed construction. Recyclable sales, also, they're at 74.08% of budget, which is outstanding right now with the market and the way things are. Like I said, again, I have to commend Cindy and Murph staff for all that they do to get us the very best prices on the material. As you can see below, our C&D processing facility saved a little over 31 days of landfill airspace, and the Murph with the collection and hauling program has saved a little over 66 days of landfill airspace. And as you can see, the Murph and collection hauling program continue to have revenue over expenses, which is great. Page 46, so taking a quick look at our income statement. As you can see, the total revenue is at 73% of budget, so we're right there at it, which is great. But our operating expenses continue to remain well below at only 65.19% of budget. We're 3/4 of the way into our year, and staff continues to keep our expenses down, which is outstanding. As you can see, for the month, we had revenue over expenses of $544,638.24. And year-to-date, we have revenue over expenses of $3,484,795.98. Just wanted to point out one thing on here, of course, our store next door. I mean, when you look at what they've done year-to-date on their revenue at $110,000 for that store is amazing. Like I said, for the little things that they sell over there. Not too long ago, I saw one of the sales was like $254. I thought, what did they buy? What did one person buy over there? So they do a great job over there, absolutely. Last page, we're just going to take a look at. Of course, it's just our tonnages where we are on page 53. Just to kind of look at where we are as compared to where we were last year this time. Solid waste, we have a slight increase, a little just right at 2%. Yard waste, 14.5%, and of course our mixed construction is 16.5%. So like I said, we are seeing significant increases in yard waste and mixed construction. So I'll be more than happy to answer your questions.
Any questions for Ms. Biddy?
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you very much. Next slide, operations and planning.
Good afternoon. My report begins on page 60. On Tuesday, March 31st, we had our South Carolina DES inspection for our Title V permit, which is our air quality permit. They did a thorough review of our records. They did a site tour just to look at the facilities, and everything was satisfactory for that inspection. Then on April 1st, we had different folks here from DES do our regular monthly inspection, and all areas inspected received a satisfactory rating. Over on page 63, our driver of the month for April of 2026 is Mr. Russell Karen, and he is a driver with GFL, so we want to congratulate him for being chosen and being recognized. On page 64, our C&D recycling facility showed a 23.57% decrease in March of 2026 when compared to March of 25. And then over on page 66, the Murph showed a 1.56% increase when comparing March of 26 to March of 25. Some updated pricing information, PT national average is $28.80. Our price is $46 a ton, but there are some regional contracts that remain in the negative, which means people are having to pay to move that material from their facility. The UBC's national average is $1,793.80 a ton, and we sold ours for $2,320 a ton. Steel cans national average is $181 a ton, and we continue to sell ours at $267.80, which is what we sold it for last month. And then HDPEC's national average is $170 a ton, and our sale price was $346.60. So again, staff does an excellent job in trying to make sure the material's clean and that, you know, Cindy checking with, getting the bids in and making sure we have, good pricing to be able to move our recycling materials. Any questions?
Just a comment, your people are doing great to get it clean enough to get that much more money than is the national average. Thank you.
Thank you.
You did a good job, good, somebody did thumbs up.
Thank you.
All right, next is Executive Director.
Thank you, sir. Update you, we met with the Corps of Engineers on their alternate, analysis and, pretty much got a list and we're adding to it, justifying more information on each one. They're gonna visit landfill, what day, this week?
May 1st, Friday.
Friday, they'll be out looking at the sites, that we're requesting help on. Y'all can wonder what kind of report you need to make someone. Sometimes it's, kind of an outline, sometimes it's kind of encyclopedia. And we're adding more information, justification to the project. The Dougherty County Council Workshop, we've got information on that. I passed out some information that, what went on there. And, some of it's hard to explain, but, they want certain things, justified in budget information, and we're looking at trying to get some more, update legal advice on our 6090 ordinance. The other information, and we'll know a little bit more what we need to do in the future.
Any questions for Mr. Knight? All right, committee report was deleted. No other old business, but under new business, under our bylaws, we have to elect a secretary to replace Mr. Jones, who retired, okay, who resigned. All right, so at this time, I would entertain a motion or somebody to volunteer to be
Chairman, I would
secretary.
first like to say that we're really gonna miss Mr. Jones.
I'm sorry.
We're really gonna miss Mr. Jones. He was quite a leader and has had the greatest service record of anyone on that board. And we're gonna miss his input.
I would entertain a motion to appoint Mr. Fox as the secretary.
Second that motion.
Give your scrivener's pen. Take minutes.
I accept, sir.
You've heard of
I accept, sir.
this should serve until the end of this current fiscal year, right? It's only 2 more years. Is there any other nominations?
Is there any increase in pay?
All right, all those in favor of appointing Mr. Fox as the secretary for balance of this fiscal year, say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, so ordered. Congratulations.
Thank you, sir.
All right. All right, a roundtable discussions. Anybody have anything they want to bring up?
Let me make one point. We're putting together our appreciation picnic at Danny Hardy's Pond, and we've, got June the 4th. Put that down, and,
What was that date?
June the 4th. Starts in the afternoon. invitation list now, and if they, if you got anybody special that you've been working with, doing the same thing to the staff, that, appreciation, thank you. And, we had a good turnout last year, and I expect it to be more this year.
One of the better things we can do all year long. Show our appreciation for the support we get. Is there anything else? If not, I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved. Second.
Second, we are adjourned.